How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I want to talk about something that I feel is pretty important, especially for no money spent players. This is going to be how to unlock Willie Mays in MLB The Show 20. It's not going to be the Signature Series version of Willie Mays, but it is going to be a solid card, about an 86 to 88 overall, Diamond Willie Mays, and that is simply by completing the traditional Conquest map, as we can see here. This is the first inning program, the starter Conquest, as well as the traditional Conquest, and these are going to be the three separate Conquests available at launch for MLB The Show 20. The reason why I think this is really important to keep in mind, because we have already seen a very similar screenshot in MLB The Show 19, where Ty Cobb of not the Signature Series version of Ty Cobb, but an Impact Veteran version that was an 88 overall right fielder, was you're able to unlock this card for free by completing this traditional Conquest map along with the goals included for this card. You're also able to unlock 10 standard packs, and this is repeatable. You can do this multiple times. That's why it's good for no money spent players, because this Conquest mode takes a few hours because you do have to play about 30 separate 3-inning games. So 30 games that are 3 innings each against the computer on a variety of difficulties. You can play almost all of them on veteran or rookie difficulty. If you're just starting out on Diamond Dynasty, this is a great way to unlock a good amount of cards, as well as learn the game a little bit. So I think that that's something to keep in mind. This is the screenshot of the stats for this 88 overall Ty Cobb that was free in MLB The Show 19. The reason why I'm talking about this specific card is because Willie Mays also had an 87 overall version, and this is in MLB The Show 19 as well. This is the hardware edition of Willie Mays, and he was released through Moments, and this is the card I'm thinking is going to be redeemable for free through Conquest, along with the 10 packs in MLB The Show 20. This is something to keep in mind because this card is pretty good. I was able to get this card early game cycle and use him throughout Diamond Dynasty and ranked seasons, and I felt like he was pretty good. I think that we'll see some pretty similar stats because the scale and the overall system is around the same. And I'm just excited to try this card out. It's going to take me a little bit to unlock this card because I won't have as much time to play against the computer. But I wanted to talk about this because this is the screenshot that we have from the developer live stream that took place today. And it's almost a guarantee that you'll be able to unlock a diamond version of Willie Mays. Also, we have Tim Tebow over here on the left-hand side. That is a silver prospect version of Tim Tebow. But let's go ahead and talk about a Conquest tutorial. Now, I have made a bunch of Conquest videos in the past. I'm going to be playing a couple short clips from some of those videos, as well as a quick version, an updated version that I just made in MLB The Show 19, how Conquest can be a little bit of a variable situation in terms of simulation. And that's kind of interesting to say, but for the most part in this Conquest mode, you are going to be simulating a lot. Now, we do have 4 phases in Conquest, and those 4 phases are going to be the Steal Fans phase, the Reinforce Fans phase, as well as the Move Fans phase, and then, of course, the Attack phase. So those 4 phases are in that order, and that will help you unlock some of these rewards. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I have a video already. I've done a bunch of Conquest videos on my channel. If you type in on YouTube, College Lefty Gaming, Conquest tutorial, a lot of these videos will pop up. This is a video from MLB The Show 18. I wanted to show you that my strategy works in all of these games, and I've done this Conquest and completed it this exact way each and every year. So basically, I'm starting off by taking over as many territories, as many hexagons as I can by simulating the Steal Fans phase and looking to reinforce, and then of course skip the Move Fans phase and go right to the Attack phase to take over as many empty hexagons as possible. The more territories you have, the more reinforcements you're going to have for the Reinforce phase, which is going to allow you to play the games, which is the Stronghold games, the team icon depicted on 30 of those hexagons throughout the map. It's going to allow you to play those games on a lower difficulty the more fans you have in your matchup. So I'm going to show examples throughout this video, but that's the best way for me to explain it, by having this screenshot kind of paused at this moment. So right here is a reinforced phase. I skipped the steal fans phase because I'm not looking to steal fans. If there was a goal to steal fans, I would be taking fans from the Mariners or the Rockies. I would eventually take from the Giants and the A's as well, because that's the route I'm going to take when I'm picking off these territories and hexagons and strongholds one by one, by either simulation or playing the game, which is a 3-inning game on hopefully veteran difficulty, because I'm not looking to waste my time and play on All-Star, have some bloop hits go against me and end up losing the game. So I have been able to complete some of these games on Hall of Fame or All-Star mode, but if I'm trying to be efficient and get this over with as quickly as possible, then I'm looking to play on rookie or veteran. Especially if you're new to the game, you will be able to learn some of the game mechanics and be able to try out some different cards in Diamond Dynasty. So that's also something to keep in mind. But as you can see here, I'm just filling in as many spaces as possible, looking to expand my reinforcements. As I skip through these phases, you can see that my reinforcements are increasing, and I will be able to move out and take over more space on the map, which is going to help me pick off one of these strongholds at a time. Now you can do this to where you can simulate as many hexagons and territories as possible before attacking. I like to take one of these strongholds each and every few turns or so. So this is what a simulation would look like. I'm looking to go right up to the stronghold, simulate these games, and then attempt to see what this difficulty would be if I have 6 million fans against however million fans they have. Now, as you can see there, it was a 5 million to 6 or to 8 million matchup. The reason why I had 5 million is every time you go to take a stronghold, you will have one less fan than is depicted on that space, simply because you have to still have one fan occupy that space as you attack. So that's why that is. And basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to skip this phase right here and load up reinforcements on that 6, and hopefully I'll be able to decrease that difficulty from Hall of Fame, All-Star to veteran and play that game there. So that's exactly what I did here in a different location. I wanted to show you how you can kind of skip, advance, and simulate. You don't have to necessarily attack right away. I'm looking to go for the Rockies now. This game matchup is on All-Star. I'm going to skip it and load up more reinforcements to try and play this game on veteran. I'll also have an example of this in MLB The Show 19. So this is kind of where we're at here. Once I load up on reinforcements in this area, I'll switch over to MLB The Show 19. But as you can see, I lowered the difficulty for that stronghold game. Now let's take a look at it on MLB The Show 19. A pretty similar, pretty similar look here on this game. Not as many territories taken over, but that's also because there are variables involved with this. So I could play this game on veteran right now, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to just try and advance, try and take over more spaces and see what I can match up against the Giants, see what difficulty I would match up against the Giants on, and go from there, just for the sake of this video, because the computer can get pretty strategic with some of their movements. Every time you advance a turn, you'll see the computer is also advancing their turns, simulating and taking over spaces as well. So this matchup would be on All-Star. I'm not going to play this one either, but I just wanted to show you the different matchups, and it's all related to the fan distribution, as you saw there at the top. 14 to 10, that's going to be on All-Star. You need about a 2-to-1 ratio in order to play on veteran, and I believe a 3-to-1 or maybe even a 4-to-1 ratio to play on rookie, and so forth. And if you have less fans than the other team, then you'll be playing on Hall of Fame most likely. So anyway, as you can see here, the A's kind of cut me off a little bit. They have removed my snake from connecting, so that way I'm not able to move my 15 million fans into another space. I would still be able to attack with those, but I wouldn't be able to move them unless they're connected in that snake pattern. So there are a few things to keep in mind here, but Conquest is pretty straightforward. If you follow what I did in some of this video, then you will be able to have some success. But I wanted to show you how as you go, I would like to take over some strongholds as I go, because that will allow the computer less simulations while they're attempting to also take over strongholds. As we see at the top left, the Giants have taken over the Mariners, the Twins have taken over another stronghold, and the computer will make these moves. So eventually I could play, the same team a few times and take over those spaces. But that's just a quick Conquest tutorial on how to unlock this Willie Mays right here. This card is going to be pretty good at launch of the game cycle, especially if you're going with no money spent. But thank you all for watching this video. I'm College Lefty. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and also check out some of the other Conquest tutorial videos that I've made, because they might be helpful to you as well. Peace.